Hey guys. Okay, welcome to our series. Today we're going to work with autumns just because this is what I put on this morning and it falls in the autumn palette. So I am very much a unicorn, they call me. So I can do autumn or summer. My hair makes me autumn, my like my face and coloring makes me summer. So I am lucky and I kind of have two sets of palettes that I can work with. I do find that most people my entire life have told me to wear autumn colors because of my hair. This is my natural hair. It's never been colored or anything. As I'm getting older, I am starting to get a little bit gray, but it's still the majority, of my color. So I have a little bit already on because I had an appointment this morning, but I'm mostly going to focus on Glam anyway. So this is one of my little palettes, and you can kind of see it would be probably one of these two colors that I picked out today. One is called pewter and one is gray green. But these are, and so you have all these colors, like you have a blue, you have all the colors. But for today's sake, it was pretty much these. Okay. So we're in the autumn palette and I'm going to share my screen and show you guys the palette we are going to be working with today. Share screen window. There we go. Okay, so I'll try to make this super quick for you guys so you can see all the colors, give you a couple tips or tricks, and then you have something to practice with, to play with. I did not have my brushes out. Super sorry, friends. I do have my brows done. I have everything else on. Of course, y'all. Hello. All right, we'll make these brushes work. It'll be fine. All right, let's make it a little. There we go. Okay, so first thing we have is the biscotti color, which is going to be that neutral color. So wait, I have some cheat sheets. Hold on. Okay, let me on my notes. Okay, so you guys, autumn, I want you to think like golden, like the sun. So lots of browns. Not that that's all that you can wear. There are some other choices, but just know that when you think autumn, golden, warm sun, that's kind of where you guys fall. That's where you're going to get the best colors for you. Soft, muted tones. And we're just going to kind of, try a couple out. I am a huge fan of Gold Status. I actually do wear Gold Status a lot. I wear it with the moss color. And I'll show you guys some more colors in a second. I think today, though, I'll try the rose gold to kind of like mix it up. So I'm going to put rose gold a little bit more at the bottom. And there's no right or wrong way to do this. Like you could take these colors and absolutely do it different. I do not wear hazelnut a whole bunch, but I know today I'll use it in my crease in just a second. So I'm putting rose gold at the bottom to kind of bring out some shininess right there. All right, so you guys can kind of see that. Okay, I'm going to take my same brush. I have a washcloth, a dry washcloth. So now I'm going to take some of the hazelnut, which is that muted brown, and I'm going to put it in the crease. Oops, a little too high there. We're going to fix that, y'all. Don't you worry. I'm going to try to jump on and show you guys all of them so, you can figure out your season. I'm doing appointments to help, you guys figure out what yours are and specific colors, and that way you can kind of try the colors. So I'm going to dust that off too. It's hard to look at the thing, y'all. Sorry. All right. So I did mess this side up. We're going to even that out. I'll go back with the color at the end. All right. So espresso is that darker brown. So we're going to go ahead and put some of that one. And we're going to, I do also wear this one a lot. Anytime I'm wearing a brown. It can also be used as an eyeliner. I'm not an eyeliner fan, but I will say autumns are going to look better in brown eyeliner over black. So if you are an eyeliner girl, make sure you are using brown and not black. Okay. Okay. So a little bit more. I think I want to add some more. of the rose gold at the bottom. You do want to buff it out because you want, remember, you want it soft and muted as your friend. So the hazelnut kind of gets like lost. You're only going to see a little bit on that inside, and then touch up that biscotti, right? Yeah, biscotti right there. And then if you want the moonstone, that's another great color. I think just for today, we're going to put the moonstone kind of like in this crease right here. Just kind of lighten that up. It's very light on me, but I'm also very fair, friends. So it might not be quite as shimmery on you. All right. So we have that. I'm going to go back, put a little bit more brown. So the look I had is that dash out the door look that we always start with. And then we're going to add today to it so you guys can see. All right. So summers and autumns kind of have some of the same eye colors. Eye colors are not going to be the biggest game changer with your seasons, friends. It's really going to be more of your lipsticks and your cheeks where you're really going to see the biggest difference. Wanted a little bit more shimmer up here, kind of in between. And then if I would have pulled my brushes out, I would realize my blending brush is not here. So I'm just going to clean this brush as best I can so it's more clean, and then kind of blend that all together. And then if you were going to add liner, remember, if you do top and bottom, your eye is going to look much smaller. If you do top or bottom, it's going to be better. So that's kind of it. And you can do top or bottom or both, depending on you. Like I said, I don't really wear eyeliner, y'all. It's just not ever really been my jam. Okay. So what's super cool about you guys, and you could do brown mascara. Also not me. I prefer the black. I already have it on. I have my normal lash intensity, friends. Okay. So soft, muddled, blended together. I think because the lighting this side looks darker. I'll add a little bit more brown. Sorry, y'all. There we go. Can't go around lopsided, can I? Yeah, that's better. Okay. And then again, of course, we have to come back and blend it. 1 second, friends. The perks of being live. The next part will be quick, though. Okay. So that would be eyes. Like I said, if you're going to do eyeliner, you could also use that espresso as eyeliner. So I grabbed Shy Blush as my blush. I do have a little bit on, but I'm going to add a little bit more. So this is a very like, I don't know if you can see it. It's a beautiful color. It's got kind of like some highlighters kind of built in. Autumns are really the ones that are going to wear contour and highlight the best, just because we naturally do. Okay. So I'm going to put that there. Okay. A little bit darker than I would normally wear it. I'm going to take my latte and I'm going to put it on this side. So blush was up here. Latte was right here. And a little bit higher than this would be. So, but you want your blush and your contour to kind of match. And then one of my favorite things to do is put it up here, and it creates like that glowy look up there. Okay. So like that's where my part is. If you didn't have a part, you would kind of do your whole forehead. And then I am a huge silky setting powder fan. It just also, again, it's going to give you a light, soft look. So I'm just going to kind of go over. So when you go over your blush with it, it is going to mute it down a little bit, and it looks more natural. So since we are going for muted with you guys, like as a whole look, that is super important. And that's just a light layer of color. Okay. So looks more even. And I had already done my eyes, y'all. You do want to make sure that you have some under eye corrector that's going to open up. I just put 1 dot of each. I have this old little Mary Kay thing, and I dab it in, and that goes. So, all right. So that is the palette. We're going to, sorry, I can't see. How do I close this? Oh, sorry, friends. The next time I'll get faster, I promise. Okay. So then here are lips. for you guys. Okay, so these are color options for you. I've always worn Spice Ginger, although when I look at pictures, I feel Downtown Brown way too dark for me. I've tried it in a couple of pictures and compared to something else, even though it's in my color scheme, looks terrible on me. That really is for your darker bronze skin tones, and I'm ivory, so way out of my league, y'all. Way, way, way out of Jennifer's league. Okay, so what I did grab was, oh, this is small. Hold on. Well, I'm not going to do lip liner because I don't see the beige. I thought it was beige nude. Let's see. Oh, that's violet. That ain't it. Okay, well, we'll skip lip liner because I grabbed the wrong one. Definitely thought that was the right one. All right, so what I did grab, though, was Boho Plum, which is that top one. So it's going to add some color. Autumns actually can do... you can do your nude lip, like a nude lip, like really, really well. So I normally do beige nude, put like subdued nude over it, but I wanted to kind of show you guys some color. So that is the Boho Plum. So it adds a little bit color, but it's also not too dark. Okay. It's a little dark for me personally. But again, I'm very ivory. So there we go. That's much better. And then I grabbed the Beach Bronze, which is one of my favorite glosses. I forgot to show you a highlighter too. And I'll tone it a lot down. So that is the Boho Plum, which, like I said, is more of a plummy color with this paired up. And so normally I would use that lighter lip liner. Oh, no, that's the pink one for tomorrow, for summer day. Okay. And then because you guys can wear highlighter, if you do want to add highlighter, now remember the highlighter I just talked about already has some colors in it, some highlighter in it. Stuff is everywhere. Okay, we'll use this one. All right, so then the Honey Glow, you would just put it kind of right here. I don't put it everywhere, but you can do your nose and all that jazz too. So, all right, friends, so this is your autumn look. Super simple, super easy. We're going to remove that. And now I'm going to show you an example of some celebrities I grabbed off of a training I did last week. There we go. All right. So we have these two beautiful ladies. You can see the autumn colors underneath, the goldens, the warms. They're both wearing it. Their colors are well, nude lip, light. So it's perfect. They have brownish, reddish hair. They do both have dark eyes. My eyes are much lighter and my skin is much lighter. So, but that is your example of your autumn ladies. All right, friends, thanks for joining me. Let me know what you think. Very simple, very easy. If you need to figure out your season, let me know. I'm doing those appointments over and over and over. Have a great day, friends.